Well, we're going to talk to our chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons, now on the programme. Rob, in a way, doesn't this create rather a dilemma for President-elect Joe Biden? I mean, he's made clear, hasn't he, Rob, on numerous occasions, he wants to detoxify US politics and reach out to the Republican Party. I mean, impeaching Trump's not going to help, is it?
No, I think you're right, Stu. I mean, it is a dilemma for Joe Biden because over the last few months since he got engaged in the presidential campaign, unity has been his slogan, effectively, trying to bring the United States back together behind the ideals that he believes make Americans what they are. The last thing he really wants to be doing in his first weeks in office is carrying out this impeachment against Donald Trump in a way which will surely, one would have thought, raise the spectre again of the sort of divisions in American society that we've seen develop over the last few years. But on the other hand, what Donald Trump has done is so egregious that it's absolutely impossible for Joe Biden to ignore it. So I think he has to count on a number of things. First of all, I think the most important is that many Republicans are shocked to the core by what happened last Wednesday. In particular, those who were in the session inside the Capitol when the assault on the Capitol began, who had to run effectively for their lives. Even Mitch McConnell, the prominent Republican in the Senate, pretty much up until then, he began to shift his position just before. An absolute loyalist to Donald Trump has shifted his position considerably now, stating that there is absolutely no way that Donald Trump won the election, and that this was an attack on American values and the Constitution. So, he does have that to work with. That, I think, gives him strength. He can hope, I think, to get a sort of consensus between Republicans and Democrats on the need for carrying through his reform.
What about the Republicans themselves in all this, Rob? I mean, the party itself is badly divided as a direct consequence of Donald Trump's actions. I mean, that perhaps gives Biden an opportunity then.
Yeah, I think it does give Biden an opportunity. This is really what I was getting at. There has been a shift inside the Republican Party since last Wednesday. We don't really know yet just how deep the shift is, nor whether the core, the base, the so-called base of the Republican Party is likely to shift. We know that Middle America, which forms that base mostly for Donald Trump, doesn't really like the specter of violence that we saw last week, nor attacks on the Capitol. It's not its sort of thing at all. So there is a chance there I think for Joe Biden that public opinion will shift towards his perception of what the United States should be. I mean, that really, I think, is what Joe Biden will be hoping for. The Republican Party is going to be split, though. And blame will, I think, fall to a degree on Donald Trump. He came to power 4 years ago with the presidency and the Congress behind him. He's lost it all. And it's the Republicans have lost as well. They even lost 2 Senate seats in Georgia, the first time for about 30 years. So I think this will be a period of introspection for the Republican Party. That doesn't guarantee, of course, that they'll shift towards the vision of the United States that Joe Biden represents.
Rob, thanks so much. Rob Parsons, our chief foreign editor there.